Namaskar. Today it's April 5th, 2026. Each year on March 14, I begin a 100-day Satvik journey towards the celebration of International Day of Yoga on 21st of June. This year, I chose to revisit Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Sutra and share my daily practices inspired by it. Welcome to day 23 of Satvik Yogi Path. Over the last few days, we've been exploring the qualities of effort: Shraddha, Virya, Smriti, Samadhi, Pragya, and also the variations of practices. Madhya, Mridu, Madhya, Adhimatra. Well, today Yoga Sutra 1.23 from the first chapter Samadhi Pad, Maharshi Patanjali offers another path. Yoga Sutra 1.23 Īśvara praṇidhāna dva. Again, Īśvara praṇidhāna dva, which also means another path, the path of devotion, surrender, and trust. Through surrender and devotion and trust, we can steady our mind. Ishwar Pranidhana Dva. Patanjali is saying there is another way, a gentler way, a way that does not or may not rely on effort. Ishwar Pranidhan is the practice of softening the ego, releasing the pressure, allowing support, letting go of the need to control every outcome. Well, this is nothing to do with religion. This is about relief, the relief that comes when we stop carrying everything alone. Relevance, how is it relevant in today's world? Modern life teaches us to hold everything tightly: our goals, our timelines, our expectations, our stress. Maharishi Patanjali reminds us you don't have to hold everything. You can place some of it down. Surrendering is not weakness, it is wisdom. If I have to give an analogy, I will give the analogy of something I keep thinking about, and it is family care when someone falls sick. Think of what happens in a family when someone falls sick. The person who is unwell doesn't force themselves to heal. They don't control the recovery. They don't manage every detail. They simply rest. And they trust that the people who love them will take care of what they cannot. The family cooks, checks on them, gives medicine, adjusts the home, and creates comfort. The person who is sick softens, surrenders, and allows themselves to be held. This is Īśvara praṇidhāna, not giving up, but allowing support, allowing care, allowing healing to happen without force. Just like a child who trusts their parents completely, or vice versa. We learn to trust the process of life with the same softness. At this time, I'll just give a shout out to Date Meteor Clips. Hello, do you support gay? Of course, everyone, humanity, human being. But it's so wonderful to see you here. Kettlecorn 67, thank you for joining again. Nana Buki, hi there. Thank you for joining. Thank you. So, why this matters for our practice? Why this matters? Ishwar Pranidhan. This sutra tells us that we don't need to force progress. We don't need to control every detail. We don't need to carry the whole journey alone. Some days, effort leads. Some days, surrender leads. But both are valid paths. So, what we practice today? Today, we practice softening the ego, releasing pressure, trusting the breath, moving with humility, allowing the practice to carry us. So let's begin with our gentle classical movement. Griva Sanchalanam. We release the neck with softness. So back and spine straight, with chin slightly tucked in. Remember, release the neck with softness. Let's do it. Just release. The neck rotation. And the last. Excellent. Skanda Sanchalan. Let the shoulder movement, let the shoulder drop their weight. Let's do it. We rotate the shoulder 4 times and in the opposite direction also 4 times. Now comes Marjari Bitilasan or the cat cow pose. So we move with humility and with ease. Let's see how we do that with humility and ease. If you're seated just like me on a chair, or if you are standing or you are on your mat on the floor, we all can do this with humility and ease. Let us grab all of the oxygen surrounding and Look up and release. We do this one more time. And release. Excellent. And the last, Vakra Sanchalanam or Vakra Sanchalan, which is the gentle spinal twist. We twist without force. How we do it? Let's have our back and spine straight, chin slightly tucked in, with a smile on your face. Gentle twist, twisting without force. Your spinal twist on the opposite side. And one more. On the opposite side. And relax. Now comes our stillness practice. Sthir Sukham Dhyanam. So we begin with sitting comfortably. Sthir Sukham Dhyanam. Sthir is the stability. Sukham is the comfort. And Dhyanam is as we concentrate. Let our body soften. You sit comfortably, but remember, even though you're sitting comfortably, your back and spine straight, roll your shoulder to open up your chest and chin slightly tucked in, and with a smile on your face, sit comfortably. Let the body soften. Just observe your breath and the movement around the navel area. Just observe and relax. I believe someone has a question. Nana Buki, what are you talking about? So, thank you for asking that question, Nana Buki. I share my daily yoga practices inspired by Maharshi Patanjali's Yog Sutra. Yog Sutra is a collection of about 195 or 96 aphorisms. Aphorisms. And which is Yog Sutra is a compilation of all the work, and it was compiled in 250 BC. 250, around 250 BC. So this is the yoga system, which is a very ancient yoga system, and it was compiled in 250 BC. Well, I am a certified yoga teacher, and each year on March 14, I begin my Satvik, which is the simplest, minimalist, and pure yoga journey towards the celebration of International Day of Yoga on June 21st, which I share with the world from Times Square, New York. So this year also, today I've been practicing. I share my practices every year from March 14 for 100 day until it's June 21st. Today we are on day 23rd, and day 23rd practice is inspired by Yog Sutra, or the aphorism number 23, from the first chapter, which is also called Samadhi Pad. So let's move on to our next. Does that answer your question? Or you can just connect with me if you want to learn more. And Ivana Belen Mancini H6B1M. Hello, thank you for joining. Let's move on to practicing stillness with Antar Mon. Antar Mon is the learning to keep silence from within. So within, we take a journey from outside world to our inside, and the chaos that's created. The mind is so busy running after the thoughts that come, and we just observe and not get distracted by the thoughts, or not chase the thoughts, or not judge the thoughts, simply bringing our concentration onto our navel, which is the center of the body and which is the anchor. My yoga practices are navel centered. So let's practice Antarmon. We watch our thoughts without controlling them. So one thought after the other comes, let it go. Another comes, let it go. We are not controlling our thoughts. We are not chasing our thoughts. We are not following the thoughts. All we are doing is we are just watching the thoughts. And how we do it? You can do Antarmon, or the inside silence, anywhere, waiting for your bus or train. You can just watch, not judge. Say if you are in a busy station or a bus station, or you're stuck in the traffic light. Of course, you can just watch what's going on. That's a practice of not judging. So you would just watch people going, somebody doing something. Do not get carried away by someone else's action as you're watching. So you are practicing Antar Mon to stay calm and steady your mind. That's our goal, to keep steady, to in chaotic environment, how you can still keep your calm. So let's practice Antarmon. As you close your eyes, or you can still keep your eyes open, your goal is to not run after the thoughts, judge them. You simply watch them come and go. And come back to your natural rhythm. The last practice of stillness, but not the least, is the Nabhi Dharan, or the Nabhi, concentrating, staying with your navel to practice stillness we are practicing to calm and steady our mind. We stay with the navel. So you can be in your favorite meditative pose. Place one hand over your navel. You stay with the navel, your anchor of trust and surrender. Take few short breaths and then we take 3 breath cycle with counts. We equalize our breath. We breathe in with the number of counts and we breathe out with the same number of counts. That makes 1 breath cycle. So we take 3 breath cycle. I'll count to 3. Stay with your navel. Let's begin. Breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. Breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. And the last, breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. Stay like this. Stay with your navel. And come back to your natural rhythm. So today's challenge, day 23 challenge. The challenge is that today you would notice one moment, just one moment, where you can soften your grip. Something like a task, you just release. A breath, you surrender to. A moment where you allow instead of force. You would just notice one moment where you soften your grip. Thank you for practicing with me today. Day 23 reminds us that effort is one path and surrender is another. And both lead us forward. Thank you again for practicing with me. We meet tomorrow with practices of Yoga Sutra 1.24 of my day 24 of the 100 Satvik Yogi Path. Stay open, stay warm, and stay honest to your story. Dhanyavad.